And now, your defending Super Bowl champion,
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from South Philly. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Will Dissly, the intended target that time. And it'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Vlad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll be third down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up fourth down.
On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Man in motion is Smith. Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. Brought in by the tight end Dallas guy. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
He takes off. And another first down. And another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. but sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times the defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's Barkley. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
One more time, they try Barkley. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. 1 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On play action, now Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On play action now, Herbert. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Disley. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Charger first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Left side, he's got the tight end, Disley. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And
that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, here's Hurts. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On second down, Hurts. He'll step up and run this. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Hurts now. That is pulled in at the 5. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead.
Eagles 10, Chargers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
following
for
the score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first two drives. They'll run with Vidal. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
No play fake. Herbert. He'll get this to Disley on the right. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, L.A.
21 yards. And the Chargers.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll give this to Vidal. He'll get about 2. God Campbell, first-round pick out of Tama. There for the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 8. A handoff, and this is Vidal. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
45 yards.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. The backfield empty here for third and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. That's taken in.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It is second and 9. To throw, Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Second down throw for Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he will go all the way. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chargers offense starting to try out for this next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Here comes Vidal. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's caught! And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is a big play for LA. 39 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in the better spot. That's just a big-time play.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert to throw. Throwing right. That's Johnston.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Herbert to throw for it on 4th down. He's got his man. Allen with the connection.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On play action, it's Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. We'll get this out wide to Johnston. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
Catch made there by Allen. The Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
15 yards. That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
McConkey in motion. This one caught at the 4.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Herbert to the air again. That is caught, and he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. first time with their fullback. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Brought down and is on the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hurts to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. We'll try to run here with Barkley. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
The open receiver is Dotson. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Hurts again. This one brought in by Brown. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the air again. Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Hurts. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. Brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the scramble. 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
14 more yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. What a move! He's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
Now I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's He's got it. And the Eagles are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. It's Vidal. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's complete. It's Lad McConkey. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Charger first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Herbert now on first down. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
16 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Disley is the man in motion. Throwing again, Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play, and the Chargers have the first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Here's 2nd and 6. Allen in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And he's going to be close to the first down. Welcome just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
Out breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up to this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
A run on 1st and goal. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And he's in it. Will Dissly. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing now is Herbert. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tacking on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX, I'm the Baltimore.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. And that one incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Looking middle, and he finds Disley. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Herbert to the air again, and that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Disley is the man in motion. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, LA.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
This is 3rd and 6. Disley is the man in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field? You try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
club. Before I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall and shack down. Still push a button to let them on the back down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my back down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground is Barkley to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Second and 10. To throw, Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
39-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. First down and more inside the 20. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 6-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
Eagles, first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Saquon. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Now it's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try it now with Barkley, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now, Herbert. Aside, he's got the tight end, Disley. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's going to be caught. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the 1st down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle them short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 4.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
One more time, they try Barkley. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On the RPO, we'll just flip it forward, and he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half.
28-yard attempt.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal.
A 28-yard
This,
attempt.
about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Herbert to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard. Motion man is Johnston. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert.
Herbert's pass complete to Will Disley. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action now, Herbert. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The left side, catch made by McConkey. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On the out, connected with Allen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Herbert to the air again. This one finds McConkey. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. They'll try to convert it on third down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Allen in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. Send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from South Philly.